In my previous video, I was discussing about the science of estrous cycle in farm animals as well as beech and queen cat. Today we will see the photoperiod and estrous cycle. How the photoperiod it affects the estrous cycle in some of the farm animals. So what do you mean by photoperiod? Photoperiod I have shown here sun, that is the source of light during the day. So photoperiod is nothing but the length of the daylight, length of the light and darkness. So this daylight, we can say short daylight, long daylight, or short daylight. So long daylight or short daylight. Long daylight means definitely there will be a short darkness, and daylight definitely it will be a long darkness. It is the same meaning. If I say short daylight, it means there is long darkness. If I say long daylight, it means there is short darkness. And this long daylight we can see during the spring and summer season. And long darkness or short daylight during late fall or autumn and winter season. So how this season or the daylight it affects upon the estrous cycle of sheep living in temperate zone. So the sheep which are living in sheep and goat which are living in temperate zone, they show the signs of estrus or sexual receptivity period, or their reproductive activity during the short daylight. It is turned on. During short daylight, they come into estrus. It is turned on. Reproductive activity is turned on. During the estrus, they receive the male. During this period, they show the signs of estrus. But during long daylight, their reproductive activities turn off. Sexual inactive. We call it anestrus. So during long daylight, they are not showing any signs of sexual receptivity. It is anestrus state. Again, when there is decrease of daylight, again there is reproductive activities turn on and sexual receptivity. So this is what is happening in the temperate zone in mostly sheep and goat. During this period, the sheep they show the signs of estrus if they receive the male, and there will be followed by pregnancy. And during the winter season, the pregnancy period, and after pregnancy, after the gestation period, they will give birth. The sheep will give birth to the newborn. And in temperate zone, the long daylight or during the spring and summer, it is a good environmental condition. And the newborn, survivability of the newborn and the nutritional availability is suitable or benefit for the newborn. So it is presumed that these sheep they undergo an estrus period and they come into estrus during the short daylight because they want to give birth to the newborn in a good environmental condition where the newborn can survive and get the nutrition. This might be one of the reason why they are showing the estrus period during short daylight and anestrus during the long daylight. And application of exogenous melatonin, how this sheep which shows the estrus cycle during the short daylight, can melatonin help to bring the sheep into estrus during the long daylight? It means if we melatonin, how the melatonin helps the sheep to turn from turn off to turn on, because during long daylight the reproductive stress is turned off. But how the melatonin, exogenous melatonin, it can turn on the sexual receptivity period. So I have given in the description. You can download the link and you can read by yourself. It is very simple. But in case of mare and queen, mare means female horse queen means cat. But this animal shows opposite. Their reproductive receptivity is turned off, sexual inactive during the short daylight, but they are turned on. Sexual receptivity is turned on during the long daylight. So this is totally opposite, which we have discussed in sheep. So let us see some of the definitions which is necessary to understand. Like a monestrous. Monestrous, it is animals having one estrous cycle in a particular period. That period is known as breeding season for that animal. Example, wild animals, beach also. In a particular season, breeding season, they come into estrus. So these animals have a prolonged period of sexual rest or sexual inactivity and estrus. Only during breeding season they come into estrus. Other period, they are in an estrus stage. Polyestrous, this animal have several estrus cycles like cattle, goat, buffaloes, etc. Polyestrous, it is divided into two: seasonal polyestrous or seasonal breeders. These are also animals which comes under short day length or long day length. These are seasonal because they come into estrus during the winter or late fall. Those animals are also called seasonal breeders. Polyestrous, animals having several estrus cycles during a particular period of that year, like sheep, goat, mare, queen. So here, in a particular season, like sheep and goat, they will come into estrus during the late fall. So that is their breeding season. But continuous polyestrous or non-seasonal breeders, these animals have several estrus cycles throughout the year, like cow and sow. So the note I have given in the description, please go through it.